What's up, everybody? Mike here, and in this video I got some fantastic news when it comes to Rise of the Ronin, because the sales are pacing ahead of Nioh and its sequel, which is kind of crazy in a good way. Like, I honestly didn't foresee this. Initially, when I was checking out reviews for this game from multiple sources and outlets, things like that, some were very positive, some were kind of like lukewarm reception or mixed, things like that on this game. And, I do like technical games like Team Ninja, is a good studio, is all things like that. I really enjoyed Nioh 1 and 2. And the fact that the reports are Rise of Ronin may be a little shy, over a month out from its release, PS5, but that's stopping the action RPG sales from outpacing its spiritual predecessors, Nioh and Nioh 2. That is incredible. Like, from an objective business standpoint, because usually, as a developer, you want your next game to always do better than your previous game in some way, whether from a sales standpoint, review standpoint, or other, aspects from, in that regard. So, I definitely want to give this a shot in the future sometime. I don't know when exactly I'll play it myself, but I wanted to talk about this, report this to you guys, let you know that, yeah, this is fantastic. News of Rise of Ronin sales coming from Koei Tecmo's recent financial report. So, in the report, noted that Rise of Ronin sales are surpassing the Nioh series, and that might usher in a significant step toward mid to long-term growth for the holdings company, despite being a new AAA game. Now, no specific sales figures were mentioned, so we still don't know exactly, but I know with the last game they did, as far as like when it came to the Nioh series, Team Ninja had announced that Nioh series collectively had shipped 7 million units worldwide. So that was back in 2022 when I believe they reported that. And I know that the Stranger of Paradise game that they helped develop, I don't know if that really did, I don't think that really did great numbers either, with that being like a Final Fantasy Souls game in a sense, or Souls-like, I should say. I don't know how well that did exactly with the numbers, but I would imagine probably didn't do as good, at least from my experience with it, because playing that game, like, it wasn't completely terrible. It was good. Story wise, it didn't really like make sense or fully get good till towards the end. And then gameplay wise, I mean, it just felt like Nioh Final Fantasy. So it didn't really innovate much or do much different than that in terms of my feelings for it, at least initially at launch. It's probably gotten a lot better for updates went up, but also how the expansions, the DLC was received too, like where you were forced to essentially play on a hard difficulty instead of having the option to not do that, which kind of was weird because I don't remember you having to do that for like the Nioh 1 and 2 DLCs. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it just felt really super weird that they forced you to play in a higher difficulty, and it felt unbalanced and unfair, pretty much. I played the first expansion. I tried to get through it. I didn't, because of how unbalanced it felt to me with that game. So, like, I gave up. Also, in tandem with Koei Tecmo's internal findings of Rise of Ronin, the financial report also underscored the acclaim the game has received from both critics and players. More specifically, Koei Tecmo cited Rise of Ronin's very high user and generally favorable Metacritic score, which praised the game for its combat, story, and graphic. And so, if you don't know, the Rise of Ronin Metacritic score here, based on critic reviews, is at a 76, which is a respectable score. And then user score is 8.7. So very, very good overall, I would say, when it comes to that. That's nothing to like look down on by any means. And I'm happy for Team Ninja's success with this game. Hopefully this will foster, better development in the future. Hopefully they get away from, their games being so like loot heavy or loot focused, because I would say that's one of the drawbacks of Team Ninja's games. Ever since like Nioh 1, it's just been too much useless loot, basically, where it's not really worth upgrading your weapons all the time, or it's only worth upgrading certain weapons in the game once you figure out like what's the best weapons and gear to use in the game, essentially. So I don't know, hopefully they can do better with that. I would say combat wise though, their games usually been always pretty good combat wise for the most part. Really fun, really encouraging of like using different play styles, things like that. But yeah, this is some fantastic news to talk about, and I hope Team Ninja learns from this in positive ways, in that they take this learn experience into their other games and make their future games even better than what Rise of the Ruin is. But let me know your thoughts on this. Is it something you've been enjoying playing yourself? Is it a game you're looking forward to playing in the future when it goes on sale? Things like that. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike. Thanks for watching.